Hey everybody, I got this PS4 in for service that's overheating, and I've already done most of the repair, but I figured while I had it I would share with you guys the most common cause for overheating in these original PS4s. And a lot of people overlook it. They clean the ducts, and a lot of times they assume that it's got a bad fan, but now I've already taken just about all of it apart, so I've got the screws out, but basically, to begin with, you take the case off, you take the power supply out, and then there's a screw right up under the power supply. You take that out, and then you take all these screws out, and you take this shield off, and then now you're down to the motherboard, and there's some connectors on the other side of the motherboard, and one right here. You unconnect that, and the one's on the other side, so your motherboard will be loose. And then now you can lift up your motherboard. Okay. And that's your APU unit. The part. This is actually what's overheating. But a lot of people, just change the compound and they'll clean out the ducts, but what a lot of people don't realize is the main problem is up under this shield right here. There's 3 screws right here. You take those out, and then now you can pull up this shield. This particular PS4 is the dust gets trapped in here, and this is the only way you can get it out. Some people may try blowing through the fan to get it out, but it doesn't really do a good job. Now, I've already cleaned this one, but for instance, on this side of the heatsink, it was 3/4 just solid. I mean, there was no airflow completely through 3/4 of this. And a lot of people will assume they've got bad fans. And a lot of times the fans may not spin because there's so much dust clogged up in there from, years of use. But so basically, now I used to use compressed air exclusively, but when it went up to $10 a can, I started using paintbrushes and old toothbrushes, and then you can use a vacuum cleaner to get the remainder. But you can still use compressed air if you like. But okay, so you clean this off, and then you're likely going to have just a gunked up fan as well. So there's 2 screws in the fan. You take the fan out, and you clean that top and bottom, and you make sure the fan can spin freely. Then you put it back in. Then you put the shield back in. I'm probably not going to be able to do all this with one hand, but you get the idea. You put the shield back in. Then you clean off the APU with alcohol or either acetone. And I use this to replace the heatsink compound. I use this Arctic MX4. I've had really good success with that. It's a pretty long-lasting compound. I like it better than Arctic Silver. But so then you do that and put it back together, and that should, unless you've let your PS4 overheat for a really long time and it's damaged your APU unit, I'd say 90% of the time this fixes it, as long as you haven't, let it go that long and, fully damaged your APU. So just want to share this with you guys, and I hope this will fix y'all's PS4.